Thanks, everyone. Yeah, so I'm Jeff Swinolga. I'm the CEO of Exploits Discovery. We're going to talk about high-grade gold in Newfoundland. So we're a 17 million market cap company. We're part of this whole gold rush that's happening in central Newfoundland, eastern part of Canada. It happened about a couple years ago. We're in a company called Newfound Gold. Great company, found a tremendous drill hit, 90 grams over 20 meters roughly. And kicked off this whole gold rush. So they have all the land in blue here, and we have all the strategic land in yellow. So they're about an 800 million market cap, and we're about 17 million. So we've got a great board, we've got a great management team. More important, we've got a great team on the ground. We've got over $7 million in cash, no debt, and great supporting shareholders like legendary investor Eric Sprott, who owns about 16%. And actually, Newfound Gold himself owns about 8%. And actually, Eric just got inducted to the Mining Hall of Fame last week. So great to have him as a supporting shareholder. So what happened about a year and a half ago was truly amazing. There was some land that came up for staking in central Newfoundland, and we happened to probably get the best claim you can get in central Newfoundland. It's called Bullseye because it's right where you want to be. There's a fault running through central Newfoundland that hosts a lot of gold discoveries. And we happened to pick up the Bullseye claim. We picked up Gazebo and a few others that were very strategic. Our stock basically doubled when that happened, so we're truly happy about that. And yeah, it's right near all the gold discoveries that Newfound Gold has. If you look at on the chart here, Newfound Gold had about 17 gold discoveries so far, all within about a 4-kilometer stretch. And Bullseye is sort of the next one up. And there's also a company called Labrador Gold, which has had more gold discoveries just north of it. So the Alpha Fault goes right through it. So we're very happy about Bullseye, and somehow we beat out all of our competitors. So how did Newfound Gold become an $800 million company? Through great drill results. Every time they came out with a great assay, their market cap would grow anywhere from 24 million to 260 million. And we're following their footsteps. We just started drilling on the Alpha Fault last year, and they've been drilling for about 4 years. So hopefully we can potentially emulate their success. Just about our capital structure, very conservative structure. Again, over $7 million in cash, no debt, 17 million market cap, 156 million shares outstanding, no warrants, conservative number of options, about 8 million. And shares are relatively liquid. You can see the chart down below, looking at our trading volumes on the CSE as well as the OTC. So very pleased to have good liquidity and good founding shareholders. Here's our management team and our board. I've been in the mining for about 25 years myself. Started off with VRIC Gold. Ken Tiley's been in mining for about 40 years, running large exploration teams, McEwen Mining, Gold Corp type companies. Fiona's here as well today, as well as Shanda. We also have Doug Cater on our board. He used to be the VPX for Kirkland Lake, which found the Fosterville, or bought the Fosterville mine. So one of the highest, most profitable mines in the world. We also got Larry Short, Siri, and also Rod's here in the audience too. More importantly, we've got a great team on the ground, dedicated geologists. They're all local. They're either from Gander, Newfoundland, or Gambo, or St. John's. And these are the guys day in, day out, doing fantastic work on the ground for us. And they truly care. They're very passionate, and they're not working 9 to 5. So really happy to have such a dedicated team in central Newfoundland. So how did the gold get there? Well, you know, a long time ago, about 500 million years ago, there was some tectonic plates coming together, folding, cracking, creating, and you know, these faults, and then these flow came up from deep in the earth, carrying minerals and carrying gold as well. So you can see the most prominent fault is the Alpha Fault you see on the left here. That's where we're finding most of the gold, but it's not in that sort of black line. It's in the secondary structures on the blue. And that's where we're finding most of the gold, because too much pressure when the fluid is coming up for gold to kind of drop out or get trapped into the area. So we're finding in the secondary faults. And that's really important, because there's a couple of slides I'm going to show some of the splays that are kind of coming off the fault that look very interesting. Looking at the core looks beautiful. So if you look at Newfound Gold, again, $800 million company, beautiful quartz with gray stylites going through it with some antimony. Similar core to Fosterville, again, the most profitable mine in the world. And then looking at our first drill core, you can see a similar geology, stylites and quartz, and a little bit of VG, or visible gold. So it looks fantastic. So when we first got this property, And we wanted to drill it right away, but we did some geophysical work to see, the Appleton Fault is not this straight red line going through our property. We wanted to see, so the blue area here shaded shows, gave us confidence that this kind of Appleton Fault is meandering through our property. So we decided to drill right around this blue area, just off to the east of it. So our first drill hit, it was fantastic. We hit visible gold, reasonable grade, 14 grams over half a meter. We kept drilling. Our fifth hole, we got even better grades, almost 13 grams over 3.5 meters. Beautiful looking core. Our best hit so far has been 19. We hit 38 grams over almost 3 meters. And some areas we see almost 118 grams per ton. So really, really good high-grade stuff, similar to what Newfound Gold has found, as well as Fosterville. So looking at we call it horseshoe as our discovery. So it, kind of goes with bullseye. You got horseshoe and bullseye. So the plan view looking down, you can see on the left part of your screen, there's the Appleton Fault kind of going through our property. The red areas are the interpreted mineralization that from our drill results we had. And then we've also, the green line is kind of some gray wacky on the side there. And then we can see the cross section. Show you, and hopefully it works. Just shows you, there's the Appleton Fault in gray. There's all the kind of yellowish and red pucks are the assay results from our drills. And then the red areas is the mineralization. So super happy to have our first gold discovery under our belts last year. But that's not where the story ends. So we stopped drilling because literally after we stopped drilling, Newfound Gold came out with more gold discoveries literally on the borders of our property. So you can see they came out with Everest, they came out with K2 on the west, they came out with Jackpot, and now recently, about 2 weeks ago, they came out with Honeypot. So this is a picture of Google Earth, where they actually have their drills right really on our borders, kind of following this Appleton Fault going through. And you can see our horseshoe property as well. So this gave us some confidence. There's more probably to the east of Bullseye. So we do want to hit something that's meaningful and economic. So we commenced the drilling program this year. We said we waited long enough. We want to go back and drill Bullseye. So we've identified this area that you can see that looks like there's possible extensions of Honeypot and Jackpot going through our property. And I've also got a short little video to show you as well. So again, here's all the gold discoveries to the bottom. You can see with Newfound Gold, horseshoes on the top there, and our Bullseye, Honeypot and Jackpot right on our borders. And we've interpreted based on the drill results that they had, these are possible extensions that could kind of come up and go across our property. You can see the splays in gray there. So things are really lining up on these splays going across. So that's our drill. So we just kicked off our drill program 2 weeks ago. Super happy about that. So another thing that's happening is that Newfound Gold has done seismic work. So seismic is when you look deep into the earth, you're looking for these orogenic flows that are kind of coming up. In Australia, they call it kind of fingers of God. You can look at the chart on the left-hand side, almost looks like fingers kind of coming up. So that's where they're looking, deep-seated orogenic flows, looking for the source of the gold. So they also went over our Bullseye property. So we haven't got the results yet. We're hoping they'll come out soon with them. And then maybe there's more to look at with Bullseye, and maybe even more on Newfound Gold's property. So Bullseye is a great property for us. It's a spark. It's hopefully have another couple of gold discoveries there. But we've got a larger property called Gazebo. Gazebo is 7+ kilometers on the Appleton Fault to the north. So we spent a lot of time this summer with our prospectors mapping it, going over, doing a lot of samples. We did an extensive till sampling program. And what that showed us was that in the red line here, you can see with the Appleton Fault going through our gazebo, we found 3 areas that were there's more gold in the soil than the background. So 5 times more gold in the soil than what the background actually showed. So we're very pleased to find these areas, and we're following up on them. So we also found, we did, of course, LiDAR and MAG as well, and we see splays coming off the Appleton Fault, almost like a feather, similar to what they saw in the south, similar to the 17 gold discoveries that Newfound Gold had, as well as what we see on Bullseye. So we're very pleased about this larger gazebo property. So the near-term catalyst for us is Bullseye is fantastic in the sense of it's something near-term, and hopefully, drill results will be coming out in about 8 weeks. Then we're going to focus on Gazebo, with much larger property, almost encompasses all of Newfound Gold's gold discoveries on our property to the north, and we hopefully has the same geology. And so we're looking to advance those drill areas, potential drill areas, and maybe do some drilling this summer. But again, we'll stay tuned for that. So in the end, great founding shareholders, great properties. Newfound Gold owns 8% of us. Eric's got 16%. We're super happy about drilling right now, and we've got some other properties that look very interesting that we can follow up with after Bullseye. So that's my presentation. Yeah, thanks very much.